You know those people who can just walk into a room and boom, everyone's paying attention and they haven't even said a word? It feels like some kind of magic, right? Well, what if I told you it's not magic at all? It's a skill, and it's something you can absolutely learn. So let's crack the charisma code together.
All right, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to break down the secret behind that unspoken influence. Turns out there are two key ingredients that make someone magnetic, and we're going to look at how you can start using them right away. I want you to really think about this for a second. We've all seen it happen. That person at a meeting or even just at a party who just has this presence. People are drawn to them, they listen to them, they trust them. What is going on there? What is their secret? Well, here's the answer. It's got nothing to do with magic, and it's not about being the loudest person or having the cleverest jokes. It all comes down to the tiny, nonverbal signals you're sending out, every single second. These are the little cues people read to make instant judgments about who you are. And get this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing. These signals, they're not just about making a good first impression. Researchers have found that these nonverbal cues can predict huge life outcomes with scary accuracy. I mean, we're talking about who's going to win an election, which doctors get sued, or even if a new couple is going to make it. That's how powerful this stuff is.
So how do we get a handle on all this? Well, the good news is it's not nearly as complicated as it sounds. We can actually boil charisma down to a really simple but powerful little formula. This is the key, the entire framework for building your own influence.
Okay, so the first ingredient in our equation is warmth. These are all the signals that basically tell other people, hey, I'm a friend, not a foe. You can trust me, I'm on your side. It's all about connection, empathy. It's the social glue that brings people together. Then, on the other side of the coin, you've got competence. And this is just as important. These are the signals that say, I'm capable, I'm effective, I know what I'm talking about. This is what earns you respect. It's what makes people believe in you and your abilities. So here it is, the secret sauce. True charisma isn't about being just one or the other. It's not just being the nice, friendly person, and it's not just being the powerful, impressive one. It's the combination of both. When you can project warmth and competence at the same time, that's when the magic happens. That's charisma. And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. Look at what happens when that balance is off. If you're super high on warmth but low on competence, sure, people will like you, but they might not respect you. On the flip side, if you're all competence and no warmth, people will see you as powerful, but also kind of cold and intimidating. The sweet spot where you want to be is that top right corner, charismatic. That's when you're both admired and influential. Okay, so now that we know the formula, let's have some fun with it. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. I promise once you know what to look for, you're going to start seeing these signals everywhere, from ancient art to major historical moments. Let's start with a true classic, Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. I mean, we're talking about a painting that's over 500 years old, and yet Da Vinci was using these exact same principles to show who was in charge. Just look at the painting. Who does your eye go to immediately? Jesus, right? He's right in the middle and he's taking up the most physical space. That's a huge signal of competence. But look closer. His posture is open, his hands are turned up. Those are signals of warmth and trust. He's got both. Meanwhile, look at the apostles. They're all clustered together, tense, taking up less space. They just don't have that same balance. Okay, now let's jump forward a few centuries to a really game-changing moment, the first televised presidential debate in 1960. Now here's the wild part. People who listened to the debate on the radio, they thought Nixon won. But the millions who watched it on TV, they were sure Kennedy was the clear winner. Why? It was all about the signals. Kennedy looked calm, cool, collected, high competence. Nixon, on the other hand, was sweating, tense, and his body language was screaming anxiety. That debate proved that in the modern world, our nonverbal signals can literally change history. So we've seen the theory, we've seen the examples, now for the really good stuff. How do you actually start using this in your own life? Let's build your personal nonverbal toolkit. All right, if you want to dial up your warmth, here are 3 simple things you can do today. First, the head tilt. Just a slight tilt of the head when someone's talking shows you're engaged. Second, the slow nod. It's a powerful way to say, I'm with you, keep going. And third, instead of a quick flash smile, try a slow smile, one that builds gradually. It feels so much more genuine and trustworthy. Now for competence. This often starts with posture. Stand or sit tall, shoulders back. It instantly signals confidence. Another great one is the steeple, just lightly touching your fingertips together. It projects thoughtfulness and authority. And finally, use your hands with purpose. Don't just let them hang there. Use open, deliberate gestures to emphasize your points.
And look, just as important as knowing what to do is knowing what not to do. These things are charisma killers. Fidgeting, looking down all the time, self-soothing gestures like rubbing your neck, they all broadcast anxiety and the lack of confidence. And please, please avoid the weak, limp handshake. It can kill your credibility before you even open your mouth.
So, there you have it. We've talked about what charisma is, why it works, and how you can build it. We've seen that it's not some weird mystical power some people are born with. It's just a set of signals. Signals that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. So the only question left is, what are you going to do about it?
Think about it. You're sending out thousands of these little signals every single day, whether you mean to or not. But the amazing thing is, you get to choose which ones you send. So, what's it going to be? What's the one small signal you can start practicing this week? Maybe it's standing a little taller in your next meeting. Or maybe it's giving someone that slow nod to show you're really listening. Pick one, start there, and begin coding your own charisma.